Hey.
Howdy.
How's it going?
How you doing?
Welcome to Coming Up for Air. That was disgusting.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to cut that.
An introspective podcast.
Nobody wants to hear that.
I'm your co-host, Jaxon.
I'm your co-host, Brandon.
And today, we have a little guest in the room.
Yeah, I'm a little fat boy.
We'll talk about it at the end of the podcast. But if you ever hear any noises, it's probably the doggo.
Yeah, if you hear any absolute just heavy panting or just shit going on, it's because my dog is a psychopath and can't be left in a room by himself.
Yeah, so he's currently in the room with us. Anyway, we're talking about self-expression today. This means getting comfortable with your style and in your own skin. We're going to talk about tattoos, piercings, online presence, learning not really what to care, and then kind of like vibe matching and stuff. But before we hit that, Brandon, you want to talk about Thanksgiving?
Hello. Well, I mean, it started off Thanksgiving pretty solid. I slept in a little bit. Because I went out the night before. You can cut that one out too.
I can't cut out every one of your sniffles, dog.
Yeah, no, I just gotta be better about remembering. Pero
¿Cómo se dice?
it was a really good morning. Just been trying to train the dog, and my cousin came over, smoked up a little bit beforehand. Before all the family gets over and all the people don't look at us like we're delinquents, even though they do anyway.
I was gonna say, I don't think that changes.
Yeah. But it was cool. We had a lot of good food. It was hella people at my house. It was like 15, 16 people. And to me, that's a lot of people, bro. Like, by the end of the night, bro, my social battery was at by the time you got to my house, my social battery was
Yeah, you seem kind of done.
Bro, I would just wanted to...
That's why I was chilling for a bit, and I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, I just wanted to sit in my fucking room and just play Apex. And everyone was like, where you been at? And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. My social battery's at 0, dog. Like, I made a couple drinks for some people, and then I was just like, after you left, dog, I was like, I looked at everybody, like, I came around, like, the little area, and I just, like, peeked my head around. I was like, I don't have to entertain anybody. I was like, I'm peacing, bro.
Good night.
Yeah, I was like, I'm chilling, dog. But it was cool. My favorite pastime is to smoke weed and eat food. So that's why this holiday is like a big staple for me. Take that walk and smoke out back with the homies, with my cousins and shit like that. That was cool. Yeah, it's funny because I would look and I'd be like, it's about that time again. I got a couple heads. They'd be like, good shit.
At that time.
Yeah, be like, good shit. We'd all collectively just migrate towards the back. All my aunts and shit are just like, oh. We got called weed heads by one of my aunts. I was like, what are you, 80?
Weed heads? Not pot heads?
I was like, grow up. She came down in a bubble, dude.
Came down in a bubble, dog.
With a joint in her mouth. Grow up.
Wicked Witch of the East, bro.
But
Wicked Weed of the West.
But yeah, and then Jaxon had me try his Mormon rolls, but I was a little fucked up, and I just had smoked a cigar, so it was very dry to me, and it was just...
But his mom thought they were gas, and everybody else thinks they're gas.
It wasn't the best time for me. It was just timing-wise.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a good thing.
They're pretty gas.
It was like my mouth was stupid, cotton mouth, dog. I was like, Jaxon, you chose the wrong time to do this.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
What about you? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good, honestly. I got to spend time at my dad's and then went to my mom's. The lady came to my dad's, and then...
I go?
Good. I mean, it was fine. She knows my grandma, so, it was pretty good. My grandma likes her.
It was more a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. My grandma's a pretty good read on people. So that was fun. For the most part, it was pretty good. Talked a lot about movies, which was nice because it was a topic I actually had a care for and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really normally Thanksgiving at my dad's is not super awesome. It's cool with my dad, but there's other stuff there, like family things that make it to where it's a little rough for me and my sister. But for the most part, it was pretty good. Honestly, it's pretty chill.
Anything exciting? What's your favorite dish? I think we already talked about it. Is it the Mormon rolls?
It's stuffing is typically my go-to, but I do like, because we talked about the Yankee stuffing, which is the stuffing that my dad gets made for him, which is just the potatoes, ground beef, and a lot of pepper. But I do like those Mormon rolls. I'm learning how to make them.
For sure.
Yeah.
I still think it's crazy that your favorite side dish is stuffing.
Why?
Because that's so mid.
Nah, not even. I think stuffing's goated. If you have good stuffing.
Mid.
If you
compared to like homemade mac and cheese, to the ham, pork, turkey.
I think, pork, turkey, and ham are not sides.
Okay.
What are you doing?
No, I'm sorry. I'll give you that. The homemade mac and cheese went crazy. The pasteles we had, I don't know. I know you didn't like them. I know you like tamales more, but
yeah, I mean they're all right. It's basically just a tamale with vegetables, right? Vegetable skinned instead of flour or corn.
I would take corn out of a bag over stuffing, dog.
I think that's personal preference, and you're wrong, but it's personal preference.
So
I would
take steamed broccoli out of a fucking bag over your fucking stuffing. I think I think you need to get stuffed.
I think that we can't do this right now.
Stuffing is trash.
No,
bro.
It's pretty goated.
No,
all my homies in the comments. I was about to say in the chat.
All my homies hate stuffing.
All my homies love stuffing.
All my homies hate stuffing. We're gonna have a stuffing war. Fuck World War III. The next war is gonna be based off of stuffing and your stupid ass idea of it, thinking that it's good.
It's so good, dude. It's so good. This is gonna get blasted. This is going everywhere.
Good.
No, but and then Thanksgiving at my mom's was pretty good. It's always a lot. Casey went with me, with my roommate, Casey Gaming. And so
Casey breeding.
And he's not big on big social situations, and so he's never met my family, but he doesn't have family down here, so he's spending the holidays with me.
Do you like the ham?
I don't know, I didn't ask him. I haven't seen him. I gave it to him and then I haven't seen him since.
This fucking guy.
Jeff did though.
Yeah, you liked a little bit of it?
Yeah. Just said it was pretty good.
Nice.
But so that was a little interesting to try and kind of integrate Casey, because on my mom's side it's like 50 people.
Damn.
Yeah. And then
y'all Mormons don't play around.
It's like there was not that many people there this time. It was around like 30, 50. So it was not that many.
30 to 50 is a lot of people. 20 bodies. That's a lot of people.
Not that much.
I hope my dad was like, next year we're not doing shit.
Dude, that's because it sucks. But all like my mom's side of the family, that they all about that shit. They all about that family stuff. And there's some things that I'm really grateful for. Like when we get to the Christmas time, I'll talk about what our traditions were. And you'll kind of get a peek into that. We do our Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing we do is Secret Santa, but that's about it.
I'm not, dog. I'll go into it.
Are you an Elf on the Shelf kid?
No, I think that's dumb.
I think that would explain so much about you.
That's rude, but we'll unpack a lot of stuff. But anyway, so it was pretty cool. And then I came here.
Oh man!
But honestly, it was a pretty good Thanksgiving. And then I went and saw a movie to cap off the night.
What movie did you see?
I went and saw the new Knives Out, Glass Onion.
Oh,
it's pretty goated.
Yeah, it was
really fun. I kind of knew what was going to happen about like 30, 40 minutes into the movie, though. Not all the details, because there's no way that I could have, but definitely the way that it ended and stuff, I was like, oh, I know where this is going.
Nice.
It was pretty good, though. I really liked it. It was fun.
First one wasn't bad.
Knives Out was great.
Not a bad movie. It's alright. The whole like murder mystery for me is just very cheesy.
You mean whodunits?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of cheesy. But that's also like
a bit.
Yeah, they're very up there. It's hard to make good ones. And so like for the fact, and that's why
like that first Knives Out, we got to a point where you would look at me and be like, that, and I'm just like, bro.
It was good. It was good. Never get made much anymore, but that's why I also was very people pog about it. Very poggers. Anyway, for my check-in, I want to talk about building our homie Joe's PC.
Sounds like a good fucking time.
Yeah, so
I love building PCs.
I actually do like building PCs a lot. And
when they decide to all officially go together.
Yeah. So it was me, Joe, and then Justin. Not that Justin was on here, but our other homie Justin.
Fucking goober.
Yeah. He's they're wild. He's wild. But he also used to build PCs all the time. So he was kind of like helping me out. It was at the end of the day mostly just him fucking with me while I was building it. But
sounds about Justin.
It was funny. It was a good time. And then we got to the part where basically all of it was put together. We turned it on. It turned on. But none of the LEDs on the fans were working. And we couldn't figure out why. So I was just, but it was like late as shit. And I had to work at like 9 the next day. It was 3 a.m.
So you were like, no.
Yeah, I was like, no. And so I went back the next day and I was like, all right, do you really care about the LEDs? He was like, no. I was like, okay, we're just going to take it then. Just took it to the room, plug it in, get to the BIOS and everything. And then there's this thing you can do with your RAM where your RAM comes at the setting. You basically buy your RAM and say it's 3600 megahertz, and that's how fast it's supposed to run.
Mm-hmm.
But factory default, they don't run at 36 megahertz. It runs a little bit under for like gapping. So you can make it, you can basically overclock it to make it always run at 3600. So it's always running what you paid for. You know, so
I don't think I've done that before.
Yeah, I didn't do it because when I did it to mine, I would get random crashes. And so I turned it off on mine, no problem since of like the random crashes. So I was like, all right, fine, fuck it, whatever. So I did Joe's because I was like, yeah, dude, like I can get this to work. Do it to Joe's. We go, exit BIOS, nothing. Like nothing. Like his keyboard doesn't respond. It's a black screen, but the PC's on. I have no signal whatsoever. The PC's just dead. I was like, oh. And I'm trying to remain calm. I'm trying to be very, very calm because it's his very first time having a PC.
Yeah.
I chose all these parts for him, like, and he dropped like a K.
Yeah.
And then I gave him my old graphics card as a birthday gift. And so he was like a little stressing because also his car just died. And so it was like...
Not the bass boost, Mitch.
Yeah. Anyway. But I'm like trying to remain calm. I'm like, well, that's not good. And he's like, what? And I was like, I'll fix it. It's fine. And so I told him like, oh, I've had worse things happen.
No, you haven't.
No, not than a computer literally not telling me anything. And so I was like, this is not good. Normally it's like, oh, a fan won't register or a hard drive won't register. Like I can't get this part to register. No, this was the whole, like, I just bricked almost. I was like, oh, dude, fuck. So.
Control-Alt-Delete, rewind.
No, that doesn't work. Nothing works. Like, I don't have a keyboard. I don't have a screen. Nice. And so I ended up just taking the battery out of the motherboard, let it sit for like 15 minutes after troubleshooting, and I was just like, okay, popped it back in, no problem. Left the RAM at factory settings, said, all right, donezo, let's get Windows. It was scary.
Yeah, I bet. You still have to update my BIOS and shit like
I gotta
that.
look at all your shit.
Yeah, my shit's awful. My PC runs like dog shit.
Jeff's does too, and I don't know why.
You have to look at his BIOS and all that shit too.
No, I think Jeff needs to just wipe his PC, reset it. I think Jeff just has a bunch of bloatware and bullshit on his.
A bunch of bloatware, eh?
Yeah.
No, I definitely need a new BIOS because I don't think dude ever updated my BIOS. But bro, when you have PC problems, that shit is so ass.
It's only ass because it's not as easy to diagnose as everybody makes it out to be for the most part. I mean, there's definitely some things that are like cut and dry, but
and it's because it's always like there's like 6 solutions to it, but only 2 of them are gonna work.
It's like it could be software related, but if it's not software related, then it's hardware related. And if it's hardware related, there's like 3 options it could be, and I could also fix it in 4 different ways too.
Yeah, but then like 2 of the ways might not work. The other 2 might work better.
2 of them will take longer.
Yeah, it's
or
just
cost money.
It's just stupid, and I'm like, why?
Anyway, Oh, what a time.
I'm glad you have fun.
Yeah. I miss building PCs. I think I'm building one for Casey Gaming here pretty soon, though. So
Casey Gaming.
yeah, pretty peepo pogs. He'll actually have a real computer, not a fap top.
He plays off a laptop?
He plays off a fap top, yeah. It's a gaming one. But yeah.
What?
It's like one of those super expensive gaming laptops that has like a 20-something in it, or 10-something in it.
A 1080?
Probably. Something equivalent to that.
That's crazy.
It's either like a 1080 or like a 260.
That's wild that he plays off a gaming laptop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. It's bad.
That's crazy.
And it started to give him some problems, so like I'm like, we gotta get you a PC.
Say, you gotta drop this koala here, bro.
We gotta get you a PC. He's gonna get a Jeff's selling him his 3060 or 3070 for like $400.
What a steal.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was like, you literally like
Wait, what
take it.
Did Jeff get a 4090?
Mm-hmm. No, he got a 3080.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought he was just like, fuck it, I'm a big baller.
no, he got a 3080 and he's had the 3060 just sitting around for a while. So he's like, I'll sell it to you.
I was like, dog, where's he fitting that 4090?
Not in his PC, that's for sure.
Dude,
that shit runs slow too.
That thing is fucking...
Just installed an M.2 drive into his PC. Can't get it to respond. I don't know where the fuck it's at. I don't know why it's not registering.
No, you installed a what?
An M.2, it's an SSD.
What?
But it goes into the motherboard.
What for?
More storage. 2 terabytes to start putting his games on there because he runs off a hard drive right now because SSDs were really expensive whenever we built his PC. So he was like, I don't really want to drop that money on it. I was like, okay. So we got him a hard drive instead. And so his PC, that's also partly part of the reason why his PC runs slow as shit. But that shit literally runs like a desktop from a school. It's like, doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm like, God damn, man.
Yeah, that's how mine is.
You got to sit there for 10 minutes before you can open a file?
No, that's literally... Whenever I open my shit up, I literally have to wait for everything to load up, and it takes about like 5 to 10 minutes for everything just to load up.
Y'all just got too much bloatware.
You have too much bloatware. Dumb bitch.
Let's dive in.
Yeah, fuck you.
Let's dive in, dude.
Yeah.
It's almost been 20 minutes.
Good, bitch.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about self-expression. So this is a pretty broad topic, but I want to start kind of where I think that is easiest for us to begin with, which is getting comfortable in your own skin to match your style, which I think is something that a lot of people really struggle with, is feeling comfortable with themselves or like their body or their face or like whatever it is, you know? So how would you go about trying to find a way to feel comfortable with like yourself or get to the point where you're comfortable?
It definitely takes a long time. I don't think you actually start to like really figure out like your style or yourself until you're, I would say, like 20s, because I'm just now starting to like, and obviously everyone's different, don't get me wrong, but like a lot of the people who dress a certain way in high school get older and get like break out of those habits and break out of those like trends, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
And they always like look. Those are always the people who like look back and they're like, "Bro, why did I ever wear that shit?" You know what I mean? I
definitely feel like I got more stylish after I graduated, and like when I was like in my 20s, I definitely started. Like I'm not currently in my 20s, but I definitely feel like I got more stylish and more of a hold on my style.
Yeah, you just cared a little bit more about.
Yeah, I cared more. I wanted to know, like, I wanted to get into kind of like fashion, be like, oh, these are good outfit combinations. This is how to match. It's funny because it doesn't feel like it shows on the podcast because it's kind of a more comfy vibe.
I was about to say we just wear a bunch of comfy ass shit.
Yeah, I come here wearing joggers and hoodies, pretty much, or like t-shirts.
Facts, but I'll tell you what, we can't be doing them late nights fucking recordings if we're gonna have them comfy chairs. I'm gonna be knocking out. Real life.
Real episode?
Yeah, you're going to be like, record. I'm about to be like...
You're going to sound like Jax?
Yeah, real life, bro. My boy big slumped up there. But yeah, I mean, it kind of takes you a while for you to, like, really figure out, like, what suits you. Because, like, it's all based off, like, fits can be based off of, like, body types. And, like, you know, certain colors mix well with different skin tones. And, like, makes your eyes pop. You know what I mean? And it kind of takes you a while for you to like figure out what really works for you.
Yeah, that's something like so subtle also that you don't really think about, and that you realize like certain colors really do bring out your eyes, and like you start to kind of color match with that, and then you'll be like, oh dude, like this one makes my complexion look good, or like I can match these shoes with this, and like
that's why like whenever I wear like something tan usually like makes like my olive skin pop out, and it makes like the just complexion wise it just looks really good. Shout out to being Puerto Rican. We're fucking goated. But yeah, I mean, you definitely start to like notice little things here and there. I just wish I experimented a little bit more while growing up and cared a lot less about what people thought. Yeah,
that's one of the biggest things when it comes to self-expression, especially with style, which is kind of what we're talking about right now is style in this section, is like care a little less, because especially if you're in high school, like one thing that I will commonly hear, especially from like the guys, would be like they're scared to really like try or like put in effort, because it's like that's lame, you know, to care about style. That's not cool. That's, you know, that's gay, or like whatever, you know, it might be. But also you look fresh as fuck. Like you wouldn't see the person who like actually cared about style, you know, was like matching their shoes to their fit. Their like whole vibe was on 10, right? Like they had jewelry to match. They had like, you know, whatever it was. They wear clothes that like fit their complexion. They fitted properly.
Yeah, like you see the dude who walks down with like the fucking, like if you're like I see Jaxon as like the e-boy, right? You know, so you see him with like, you know, the skinny jeans.
Everybody says that you're so wrong, by the way.
I think it's so funny because at this point it really is just a bit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just, it makes me feel better just getting you so worked up over this. But the e-boy bit, right, is like Jaxon with some high tops, some skinny jeans, right? And then he has like a black shirt, black painted nails with like the drippy, like the Jesus piece fucking earring, right? And then
that's so gross.
And then like instead of the white hair, I could see like my
normal hair.
Nah, I would say like I would say like almost like a lavender or like a purple like highlight. I think that shit would go crazy, dog.
No.
Yeah, your little alter ego.
Pierced.
I know, but your alter ego would go stupid, bro. It'd be like,
you just described what people. You ever seen those Disney princesses whenever they like tattoo them up, they make them like really, all that stuff? You just did that, but for me.
Are you saying you're a princess?
Yeah, of course I am.
Oh, I think we need to get you like a neck tattoo or something like that.
No,
I think
I'm not getting a neck tattoo.
Dude, if you got your neck blasted, I think that shit would be so funny.
I'm good.
I think you would look phenomenal.
No, I'm cool off that.
You should get a unicorn across your fucking neck.
You should get dick goes here on your neck. The fuck?
Oh, bro. Or like an orangutan.
What? Ape strong together. Like, what do you mean, bro?
Oh, you should get an orangutan with the arms coming down.
The forehead's just the face. This is such a dumb joke.
Oh, shit. No, but I mean, obviously, someone who has their shit together, you can definitely...
They turn heads.
Yeah, but you could definitely tell, like, damn, bro, that motherfucker look fly as hell. Like, damn, he got his shit, like, shit.
He drippy.
Yeah, but that's when you look at your homie and you be like, hey, bro, keep your girl close.
Yeah, because, like, honestly, you don't understand quite how much the power of, like, cleaning up a little bit. Like, even just as simple as, like, I'm going to get shirts that properly fit me. That small step flicks a switch.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The baggy t-shirts for me is what do it, though.
Well, I mean, it depends, like, on the person, because, like, I think for guys, fitted t-shirts are a lot more important than for girls.
Fuck 'em. I get where your point is, but...
Like, I mean in the sense of, like, just get stuff that, like, properly fits you that isn't, like, stupid baggy or stupid tight. Like, you have to find things that actually, like, fit.
Compliment you.
Yeah, that compliment you. And those are the things that are most likely make heads turn, eyes pop. Like, you know, those type of things.
Damn, Charlie.
You know.
Hey, yo, mama, let me whisper in your ear. You know?
I'm going to scream. I think I've literally made that joke before on this podcast, and you've been like, nah, shut up.
It's because when you say it, when I say it, it's different. It's called double standard.
I know what's fucking called. Stop thinking that.
I'll flake you in the gooch.
What? I used to always make fun of people who had a bunch of shoes.
Why?
Because I was like, the fuck you need all those shoes for?
Drip.
Well, yeah, but back in the day, I was just like...
well, yeah, but...
But, like, back in the day, I was just like, the fuck you need those shoes for? I got, like, you just need, like, a pair of, like, slide-ons, like, something that you can put on quickly when you're doing something. Running shoes, like, athletic shoes.
I didn't have a lot of shoes.
And then just, like, Vans.
But that's just because we were broke.
I mean, same. But, like...
Trust me, if I had the money for the shoes, I probably would have bought them. But
then I was just like... And then, like, Vans.
I think I think growing up, I had more cleats for football than I had shoes growing up.
Nah, not me. I had one pair of cleats. Until I outgrew them. I
cared more about what my drip looked like on the field than I did. Like, I look like a bum off the field, yo, but I look like the cleanest motherfucker on the field.
Nah, not me.
It's because I played ball with a bunch of, like, drippy-ass motherfuckers. Like, I played ball with all the, like, wide receivers and, like, the running backs that had, like, all their shit going. So I had to make sure, like, I looked like that motherfucker lineman-wise. Yeah.
Mm. Anyway. But I think...
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck? I think getting comfortable with your style is super important. And, you know, there's not, like, a good way to do it other than just, like, kind of leap into style a little bit. It doesn't take a lot. You know, very simple, like, learn what matching is, learn what patterns clash. Like, very simple, rudimentary understanding of style goes a very, very long way. You don't need to sit there and watch, you know, a 30-minute video. But you do need to just do a quick Google search to, like, look up, like, the style that you like, see, like, common trends, and see color matches. And that's about all you need to do.
And then just go drop, like, 3 G's on clothes.
Okay, don't do all that.
Go to Versace, say I need one of everything.
Yeah, and then you'll get one, because if you're only dropping 3K,
yeah,
you'll get one.
You'll get, like...
Of one thing.
You'll get, like, a quarter of a sleeve. And you'll be like, here, you broke bitch.
Here's some sunglasses.
Yeah, for real. Bye, stupid hoe.
But with that, we're going to warp the style kind of into another form of style, which is tattoos and piercings.
Oh, my favorite.
Let's talk about piercings first, because I feel like piercings have gotten a lot more popular.
And, like, acceptable?
Not even just acceptable, just like, well, yeah, acceptable, but also just a lot more popular, especially since, like, TikTok. I feel like TikTok really normalized guys having earrings and then, like, more facial piercings being...
Well, yeah, for me, I always just liked the thought of, like, I don't know, I thought it was cool. Like, something simple, especially for me. Like, I never, like... For me, I'm not a Jesus person. I'm not a...
We've made that pretty clear on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm not a very religious person. So I'm kind of a dickhead for this, right? Don't judge me, guys. But whenever I see a guy with the Jesus piece cross, I'm like, why are you faking like you like God for the bitches, bro? Just tell them straight up. They don't care if you pray or not. You know what I mean? Like, that's my biggest thing.
I think it's so weird whenever people don't actually, like, fuck with the homeboy like that. Big guy, they don't fuck with a big guy upstairs like that.
Yeah, I'm like...
And then they're still, like, rocking, like, crosses and stuff. I'm like, for what?
I'm like, fuck you believe in, bro? Fucking dust? Like... I'm like, bro, if you're not actually praying to a motherfucker and, like, putting belief into it, but you still rip it...
Homie's praying for the puss.
I guess, bro. Stand for nothing, fall for anything. Oof. One of my favorite quotes.
But how do you feel about, like, piercings and kind of repping them?
I think piercings are cool. I think there's a lot of piercings that women can make look better than dudes can. And that's just the facts. Like I've seen a girl with, like, her shit pinched right here.
Yeah, the, like, upper bridge.
Yeah, the snake bites and, like, the dimples and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, like, and not everybody can just rock that shit, but, like, I've seen a lot of dudes with that, and I've never been like, oh, he looks cool, but I've seen a couple girls where I'm like, oh, she kind of bad with that shit. Like, she look hella good. You know what I mean? So, I think with that, it's just, like, understanding, like, honestly, not even understanding that. If you're comfortable with it and that's what makes you happy and you feel like you're like, fuck it. And as long as your job and it's not going to, like, fuck with the money in the bag, you're straight, dude.
Yeah, and I think that that's something pretty important is about self-expression is that it is self-expression. It's important to you. It matters what you're happy with, what makes you feel good, what makes you like feel like you are fully yourself.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable in your own skin with.
Yeah, you know, and like I think it's clear just looking at the two of us. Like Brendan's got his ears pierced, he's got his nose pierced, and I don't got any piercings.
Yeah, and then I have a sleeve.
And like we'll get to tattoos, but like. It's not. I think it just is more of that self-expression thing of you're cool with it and you feel confident about your piercings, and it's something that I wouldn't do because I'm just like, nah.
Bro, I had some girls say that having a dude having their nails painted was a red flag.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about that. Why? Okay. Why did they say it's a red flag? Because I've heard this too.
Yeah, but apparently it's like they're just like. Well, the girl that I was talking to, she was like, I don't even have my nails painted. Like, why? So why should you have yours? I said, you should definitely have your nails painted. She was like, why? I said, because the nails being wrapped around certain parts just looks a lot better when it's colored.
That's crazy that you said that.
Well, it was kind of the environment.
Wait, I'm confused on why she thinks that it's a red flag if a guy has his nails painted, though.
Because it's like, I guess to her, like, why are you painting your nails? But I also was like, I literally looked at her and I was like, I'm sorry for expressing myself and feeling comfortable in my own skin. My fucking bad. And she was like, yeah, you should be. And I was like, fuck you.
It's like, I think that is a weird thing also because it's the same thing as piercings. Piercings and nails with guys has been a very weird...
Wishy-washy.
Yeah, like, I saw people who I think are very cool, very like... I could probably talk to them and they won't say anything that makes me go, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. And then like I show up with my nails painted or whatever and they go, why are you doing that?
I just want to punch those people in the face, bro. You know what I mean?
They're like, that's not very like, not a very manly thing.
Like, bro, if I were to pull up at my dad's job with my nails painted, you know how much shit I would get from all the men.
But like for what though? Like same thing with the guys dyeing hair. Guys dyeing hair is becoming slowly normal, but I've noticed it as like a guy with dyed hair, obviously. Yeah. And I feel like mine it's definitely a loud color, but it's not out there. Like
true.
On the grand scheme of things, it's not like I have it like green, blue, purple, pink.
I think you should do purple.
I think you're wrong.
I think you should do like a lavender.
I think after what you just said to me, you're wrong.
I think you should definitely have like a lavender.
You were not the first person to say this to me also. And I'm still not doing it.
I think lavender would be dope, or like a bright blue.
No. I'm good.
Why are you being a bitch?
I like the white. I like the silver.
Oh, you should go like bright red.
What is your deal? Why don't you dye your hair?
Because my hair would actually fall out.
That's not how that works.
No, I'm pretty sure that's how my hair...
It's not how it works.
My hair would get chemicals on it and be like, we're good.
Okay. The dog. Just fucking loud ass snoring, ripping it.
Oh my god, dude. No, but yeah.
What do you do when you're in that situation? What do you do when you're in the situation of like somebody making a comment about either the way you're dressing or your nails?
Oh,
or
ready?
Like
hey, ready? I got one for you.
Hair.
You like this one?
I know you haven't said it.
You ain't the one. Oh, hold on. The correct way to say this, the polite way to say this, I should say. I don't know. What's the polite way to say that you're not the one swallowing my kid, so why are you worrying about what I look like? Because I think that's a fantastic way to put it. Like, imagine some girl walks up to you and they're like, bro, like, why do you have your nails painted like that? And I'm like, bro, shut up, dog. Are you the one throwing me up? No. Goodbye. Like, why are you worried about what's going on my nails? Who are you?
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? And you can say it to both genders. Well, you can say it to whoever.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to just say there's two, but yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm being dead ass honest with you. If you're not Honestly, why are you asking dumbass questions about what other people doing if they have nothing to do with you? Leave them people alone. If you want to
care way too much.
Yeah, but if you want to people watch and like talk your shit like with your homies and stuff, I do this shit all the time. Where I'm like, yo, that motherfucker. Like, me and Josh went to the mall. I told you. Did I tell you?
I don't know.
Bag over the head?
No.
Bro, these motherfucking parents let this little white boy walk around the mall looking like Baghead Spider-Man, bro. This motherfucker had a whole bag over his head with the cutout in the middle for his eyes. I looked at Josh. I said, who the fuck let their kid out like this?
Man's just going through it. He's going through a Shia LaBeouf phase, dog. Let him run it.
Dude, I was like so caught off guard, bro. I was like, I don't know who let their kid outside like this, but like, why? But then I realized Josh was like, why you questioning it? And then I was like, you know what, Josh? You're right. You're hella right. Who the fuck am I? Why does it matter? Who the fuck am I? You know? It's not bothering me.
Yeah, I think there's like a fine line because, you know, I dice people up too. Shit. I'll talk my shit. I'll dice people up whenever I see people that I think
Jaxon probably talks the most shit that I know out of anybody.
What?
Easily, bro. Like, he talks so much shit about people.
I just like dicing people, dude. I like dicing.
Doesn't even deny it.
No, I just like dicing people up, man. I like whenever... I just think it's funny because I like to make people laugh, and dicing people up is something that is so relatable for most people. So it's like free. It's literally free real estate.
It lives in the mind rent free.
Yeah, dog. If I could sit there and like, if I'm sitting there and we're working together, or like we're walking around the mall and I see somebody and I'm like, dude, that guy looks like if Tobey Maguire just took one too many falls on the Spider-Man set. Like,
or if Tobey Maguire like just jashed, LOL, mashed himself with some heroin needles.
Yeah. Like, you know, and you can probably picture what that person looks like.
Yeah.
And like, it'll instantly make you, when you see that person and I say that, you go, oh. And it's like a slight chuckle. And that's enough for me at this point.
That's understandable. No, I mean.
But dicing people up is fun. And here's the thing. Because I know at the end of the day, I don't give a shit about them. I don't give a shit about what they look like. It doesn't really matter to me. As long as they're doing their shit, I don't really care.
And they don't really care about you.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that I wanted us to talk about with self-expression is like, people do not care as much as you think they do. You probably will not exist in their mindset out of the 10 minutes that this is relevant until like you randomly pop back into their mind. And by that point, you're not real.
Unless you make it a point to like stand out in like the situation, or like stand out to where like it'd be different if like you went and you were people watching and you went and told this person like, hey, I hope you know you look absolutely goofy as shit, and then like made it this whole thing and decided to ruin their day. Now they're gonna go home and think about that for the rest of their day. Don't do that shit.
Yeah, you know, it's not, that's different. That's like you're going out of your way to be an asshole.
You said that's
just like, it's funny because I have people who talk to me about that, of like, they'll be like, Jaxon, you're kind of an asshole about people, and I'm like,
well, people are assholes, so.
Not even just that, but it's like, it's not like I'm walking up to that person and trying to make them feel like that. I'm trying to dice people up and have some fun. I'm trying to make y'all giggle.
Not me. If I know I'm trying to make you feel like shit, I'm gonna look you dead straight in the face and I'm gonna go, listen, bro, I'm about to be an asshole.
Just strangers. When I'm talking to the friends and we're like walking around, same situation.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah, and they're like, Jaxon kind of an asshole. I'm like, I'm just dicing people up. If y'all don't think it's funny, then I'll switch my game.
You said, all right, bro, hey, don't be mad, because then I'm gonna start talking shit about you. You definitely not gonna be happy.
No, I don't do that.
I know, it's always funny when all my homies are like, bro, why you so mean? Like, don't talk about other people like that. I'm like, all right, I'm about to start busting your ass like that. Then they're like, whoa, talk about whoever you want. Then I'm like, yeah, shut your ass up.
Maybe we're the problem.
No, don't tell me that, because I've been thinking about that for too long, and it's a little too late for me to start thinking that I'm the problem.
I just mean in this situation.
I mean in all aspects.
But also, I support so much of like just do your thing. Like, honestly, people don't care that much.
They really don't.
Like,
and honestly, we're fucked here in a little bit. World War III is about to start. You might as well just do what you want.
Don't start.
We're all dead anyway.
Bernie, you wanted to talk about vibe matching.
Yeah, dog.
I didn't know how to describe it other than that on our notes, but...
Well, okay, so...
Talk your ish.
I think with... Whether it be with style, whether it be with things you're interested in, things you're looking to try, things you're not really educated about but want to be educated. I think you have to find at least one or two people that are can relate to those things, or at least know something about it, because I think the biggest thing that I've noticed is trying to just throw yourself into something just full willy-nilly and not understanding what it really is, or what you're really getting yourself into, is kind of not only scary, but it's a very just fuck situation, and it messes with your head. If you let shit kind of get in, trickle, whether it be your own doubt or other people's opinions about certain shit, it's very easy to kind of pull you out of that spot, or even because if you get your feet wet and you're trying to start something, or you're trying to just try something, and then you obviously get ripped from it, off rip, and someone's nah, bro, that's dumb as fuck, or so someone puts their 2 cents, some stupid ass shit. If you're trying a new trend or trying to do something with your style and shit like that, there's always gonna be some fucking haters. But honestly, you ain't got no haters, you're not doing anything right. Fucking have somebody talk some shit about you. That's how you know someone's fucking jealous, dog. Real life, bro. If you got someone talking shit about you, and you say, oh shit, I'm on the right track, bro, let's keep it busting. But it's when you don't have anyone talking about you, no one not giving a fuck, you're damn, look, you gotta switch it up.
I wouldn't say it's always true.
But for the most part, I think growing up,
I think that there is a level of understanding that you have to have, that whenever people are talking shit or being a dickhead to you, it's the jealousy is literally it. It's the fact that you're confident enough to be yourself 100%, even in a public environment, and they want to be able to do that. And there's two routes that goes. It's either they're an asshole, or they're damn, dude, I wish I was as confident as you were. And I think it just completely depends on the environment you're in and the people.
Yeah, and I think that for me, it was growing up, I definitely had to find the medium balance of my outgoing personality, and then not just showing all my cards off rip. You know what I mean? Because it was just I was just coming out with everything off rip. You know what I mean? And I think for me, it was just understanding that there's a time and a place for everything. And that one was bad.
Yep.
That one was really bad.
Tough.
Just understanding that just be you, bro. You know what I mean? And it's so cliche, and it's so obviously easier said than done. But you gotta just get to a point where you really just don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion. You know what I mean? And obviously you're gonna care about some people's opinion, but that's where you keep your circle small. You know what I mean? Where because you have to have those honest opinions where if you're fucking shit up, or if you something don't look right, or you know what I mean? In those aspects, in the realm of reality, you have to have someone who can keep you in check. But also for the main part, majority's people opinion don't really mean shit.
Circling back on the opinions of tattoos.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's art. I feel like it's a pretty kind of hot topic. It's died down a bit now, but it's funny because there's a lot of people our age and a little bit older who obviously rep tattoos, including me and you. But whenever a lot of people have the problem of when they were growing up of hearing you'll never be able to get a job. You'll look like a prison convict, or
Yeah, bro. I want to blast my neck, and everyone's well, you better make sure you have a stable job. Bro, I just want to blast my neck.
But I don't know if that's necessarily as much of a problem anymore.
I don't think it is as much of a problem, but it still tilts the neck of okay, but why did you do this? And then you try to explain it in your own words, or something that you care about, or something that means something to you. And 9 times out of 10, other people aren't going to understand it still.
I think that there is things that society is still trying to adapt to. I think anything basically neck and up, society is very much trying to come to terms with. I think hand tattoos are also kind of a society trying to find its place with it thing. Which is...
That actually might be my next one, to be honest with you. I was thinking about getting a clock, and then putting Full Metal Alchemist. They have the alchemy circle. And I thought about putting the alchemy circle what you like put into it, creation and then like destruction, and then it all like circles. Like I think that shit would be hard.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, bro. I think that should be. I was gonna put it on the inside of my palm, but it's just gonna fade away.
I was gonna say that'll go really fast.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just put it on the outside, but I'm gonna have like the dark branches, and then I want to add like kind of like just more darkness on this side before I start doing this arm. But I just think like tattoos for me are like,
it's art.
Yeah,
and it's expression.
Yeah, like it literally, like you could have, it could be the smallest thing, the dumbest thing, the biggest thing. It could be a stupid bet. Like
most tattoo people don't care that people don't get tattooed. So don't fucking care whenever a tattoo person gets tattoos.
Yeah.
Like don't pressure. It's like don't scold them for something that they clearly love and care about, because they're not scolding you for the fact that you're not tattooing your body.
Yeah.
If you love and care about this thing, why don't you have it on your body permanently? You know, like it's something that I love and care about, so I got it on me permanently.
Like I'm about to get from my like both legs, both arms, back, chest, ribs, stomach, neck, eyebrow under the eye, forehead, Jackson's Big Poppy. Property of Jackson's Big Poppies. Right here.
Whenever Post Malone retires, I'm gonna get I Miss Posty
with the chains across my hairline. Everything, bro. It's gonna be fucking amazing, dog. But yeah, bro. Like one day, I'm just gonna be absolutely blasted.
Yadded.
It's gonna be so fucking amazing. I'm gonna have at least like 6-7 moms around.
So, what do you think people should tell people whenever they're like, you're not gonna get a job, or like you shouldn't get tattoos? Like, how do you kind of, and the same thing with kind of piercings, whenever, especially with family, how do you kind of logic that away to these people? How do you get them to be like, maybe we should pull back?
I don't really have good advice on that. I usually just kind of yes them to death. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait until I make a good amount of money. No one can really tell me shit. And then they go, yeah, that's probably a good idea. And I go, yeah, knowing damn well that if I had the money, like tomorrow, I'd probably go blast my fucking neck, because those people are stuck in their ways. It's OG ways. You're never going to be able to tell those people they're wrong, because to a certain extent, obviously, if you have someone coming in completely yadded and then someone who's very clean cut, yada, yada, this and that, 9 times out of 10, they're going to look at that clean cut person and be like, well, he just looks better, more
depends
appealing.
on also the person,
and the job.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But for the most part, that's kind of how society looks at it. And
which is slowly shifting.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like we're getting there. You know what I mean?
Especially because it's slowly starting to shift, because they're viewing people with tattoos as people who have more personality.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, absolutely. You have somebody who has complete just tattoos all over their body. I feel like they're just more like open, and they're more
talking pieces.
Yeah, they're more willing, and like they just don't give a fuck, obviously, because when you get tattoos all over your body, you're now asking for people to look at your body. Like, whether you know it or not, your body is a piece of art that is now being shown off to the world, because you're
a walking display.
Yeah, you're a walking muse of someone else's art. So at some point, like, someone's gonna look. You know what I mean? Especially if you have some deep ass shit, like some cold ass shit. Especially if you have a good artist, like they're gonna want to see that shit. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna spend that much money and you're gonna spend that much time on your shit, why would you cover it up? You know?
I noticed I try to wear a lot less like long sleeves and stuff ever since I got like my tattoos, because of the fact that I'm like, I want to be able to see it. Yeah. I want to see it. Yeah. And, it's always cool to talk about too. Anyway, express yourself. Don't be ashamed of yourself, and find your love for yourself.
Should I just get bones on my hands?
Talk about this later.
Should I be one of those guys?
No.
Or I just get like the bones of my hands?
No, but we can talk about this later. Express yourself, unless you're doing that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Brendan, let's come up for air.
Hello.
Let's ascend. Let's talk about our snoring boy in the room.
Oh yeah, my boy Jax, my little fat boy who's laying on the floor. I recently got an English bulldog who I'm pretty sure he's got a little bit of bully pit in him, because he's got a fucking dome on him, bro. Like he's got a chrome.
He's got a big head.
He's got a chrome dome on him for sure, and then he's got some big ass mitts. I'll probably send Jackson a picture of him so you can clip him in there. But yeah, the past couple of days is just he's a very territorial dog. He's a very vocal dog. He's a very like, I'm gonna let you know exactly how I'm feeling type of dog. But he was kenneled up before. Wasn't really like just allowed to like kind of roam around and do his own thing. So he kind of has an issue with like pulling him from one area to another, like trying to like get him to move into a different area of the houses. Like once he's set and like comfortable, and like when he's on the couch, like that's his fucking territory. You know what I mean? Like you're not getting him off that couch unless you're the dude that he's sitting on the couch with, and you get up to walk away. He's like, all right, we're following. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, like he has a growling problem right now, like growling at my mom, and he has a thing for women. Like he growls at women, and I kind of like him for it, to be honest with you. Because if I were a dog, I'd probably growl at women too. You know, he's just been hurt by a lot of women, and
he does show signs of abuse.
Yeah, I mean, that's why me and my boy are like, that's why me and my boy are this. You know, that's why that's my son, because me and him both been abused. You know, but no, my fat boy, I love that man. Today I brought him his first pup cup. What were you gonna say, bitch? It's definitely gonna be some work, but fuck, I love that fat boy, dude. Like I loved my dogs before, but I think this is like the first time that I've like.
Well, it feels more like your dog.
Yeah, this is my fucking dog. You know what I mean? Like this is my fucking son. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's the first time, and yeah, it just feels good because like I was telling you, like he got like really, really attached to me really quick. And it was like kind of scary at first because my mom was like, it's not really good. But then I'm like, that's kind of fucking sick, bro. Like, this is my dude. You know what I mean? And I would just hate for me not to put in the work for him and like train him. So that way I didn't have him and keep him around. So I definitely need to do that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what about you?
I want to talk about getting back and voiceover stuff and cosplay stuff. Yeah,
Nice cock.
Nice cock. I kind of miss doing some cosplay stuff, but for the most part, that's like only on Halloween or like for going to events and stuff. But there's some projects that I wanted to kind of work on for possibly like stream or like YouTube video ideas.
Oh.
But I would need to get some people together for like some cosplay stuff, get people to dress up for an event type thing. Because I think that that's kind of the way that a lot of like trends are on Twitch and YouTube wise is like big events. What?
Continue.
What's that face for?
Because, bro, what type of cosplay are you talking about?
It's cool shit.
Like,
well, for the events, it'd be more like themed stuff that would fit. I'm not going to talk about on our podcast the plans I have for like,
yeah, I feel you.
Videos and stuff or streams, but also like for going to actual events like Comic-Con or whatever, you know, just doing like cool cosplays of characters and stuff like that would be awesome. The only thing is that it's such a money investment and time. You know, you have to like love what you're making and stuff, or find a way to make it feasible.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah, it's intense. And some of the cosplay community is like hit or miss. Some of them are real nice. Some of them
like big gatekeepers or what?
I think it's more the outer edge. Like I think the inner workings of the cosplay community is really nice, and they will offer like advice or offer like really good solutions or like are really good about like people who are getting into cosplay. But the outer edge of cosplay is really intimidating because it's the same thing as like self-expression. It's like some people just want to fucking stick their nose in everything, and they want to make you feel bad about it for the fact that you are, you know, willing to go out of your way or like, you know, willing to be quote unquote cringe or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
We're going to dress you up as a furry.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're going to dress
Is it a projecting thing?
Yeah, we're going to dress you up as a furry and put a leash on you.
This is a projecting thing, isn't it?
No.
Anyway, and then I want to get back into voice acting. And it's something that I've been thinking about lately. my god.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Motherfucker pulling down the roof.
Yeah, my man. My man just
Forgot to
was a
breathe.
steam train coming in.
Yeah, he forgot to breathe real quick.
Fucking Hogwarts Express over here. Oh.
He's like, y'all talking shit?
Oh, mama, I'm gonna knock over the light. Anyway. But, it's something that I've been thinking about of, like, possibly getting back into voice acting and, like, trying to see if I can go somewhere with it.
Oh, yeah. I can see you doing a dub anime.
It's something that I like and that I think would be really cool. Getting into it would get me back into the video game world without having to necessarily do like development stuff, because that stuff's kind of a pain in the ass.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I did really want to quick talk about how we're planning on doing some set changes.
Hello.
In the next couple months. We're trying to get some money together, especially after the holiday season passes.
Yeah, it's rough for holiday.
But
man.
we're going to try and make it a little bit more of a lax set. We're going to try and switch the vibes up a little bit.
I'm trying to open it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Open up the fucking mosh pit,
But yeah, so get excited. Expect some changes coming.
Get wild.
But I think that's fucking dumbass. I think that's going to do it for us, brother, right?
Yeah, hella, bro. I got to go to sleep.
All right, bro. Where can I find you?
You can find me at KillerB420 on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And then you can find me at KillerBDabs on TikTok.
You can find me at ArcU on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube.
You can find us at Coming Up Faircast on Instagram, Up Faircast on Twitter, and Coming Up Faircast, or Up Faircast on TikTok.
And if you love the show, if you feel like there's somebody who needs to hear something we said, make sure to share it with a friend, share it with the homie, share it with your mama.
Give you big sloppy wet kisses.
Maybe don't share it with your mama after that one.
Give your mama some big sloppy wet kisses too.
Make sure to leave a comment down below, like, share, rate the podcast. Spotify's still slacking in comparison to Apple.
It's all good.
Big facts.
Shout out to my Apple people.
No.
Love y'all.
Spotify, pick it up.
We rapping over here on our side.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all take it easy. Don't forget to be a good fucking human being.
And see you next Wednesday. Bye.